What's up, God's people? Eric Mungai hapa, your brother and your friend, and this is Relationships at All. We understand that God is a relational God, and He desires our relationships to thrive. Majority of the time, relationships perish for lack of knowledge. The Bible declares that through wisdom is a house built, and through understanding is it established. That is why we do what we do every Saturday. We do this so that your relationships can be impacted positively. We do this so that you can be able to heal from some of the things that are ailing your relationships. We do this so that you can be empowered to make decisions that are informed. That's why we have relationships at all. We do this every Saturday, and then every Wednesday we talk about Christ, our Messiah. He is our message. But on Saturdays, we keep it real in the relationship segment. Tafadhali, like, if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, let the notification bell be on so that you can be informed when we drop new content. Share, tafadhali, invite as many people as you can to start watching this with us. This is a segment where you watch with your partner or you share the link, because tonight we're going to be discussing a very important and interesting topic. Am I the drama? Are you the drama in the relationship? Is there drama in the relationship? What really is causing the drama? So once again, karibu sana. My name is Eric Mungai. I'm born again. I love ministering the word of God. I love impacting people. I love bringing value to your life. Now, Father, use me for your glory. These are your people called by your name. They are here to hear you. They are here to be edified by your word. They are here to know you and to make important decisions in their relationships. Take all the glory, take all the praise. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Now, have you ever noticed how conflicts seem to follow you? Different people, different places, same tension. I heard of this story of a guy who went to the hospital, and then he started complaining that everywhere in his body was aching. So the doctor was asking him, touch where you are feeling pain. He said, I'm feeling pain here, I'm feeling pain here, I'm feeling pain here. Everywhere he used to touch, the place was aching. Everywhere he touched, the place was aching. And after examination, the doctor did not find anything, any wrong issue with the body, but his finger was injured. So everywhere he touched, he felt pain. Everywhere he touched, he felt pain. So the problem really was not the entire body, it was the finger. So have you ever noticed how conflict seems to follow you? Different people, different places, same tension. At work, at home, in friendships, the story changes, but the frustration always seem familiar. Pause and ask yourself about this. When drama keeps repeating in your life, what is the one constant thing in every situation? If you are the person, then this topic is not about blaming you for everything. It's about gaining power. Have you ever been in a relationship with people who say, so and so does not understand me, so and so does not understand me, hata huwa hawanielewi, you're the only person who understands me? Something is off. But we are not here to blame you. We are not here to blame each other for everything. We are here to gain power, because I have said, majority of the time when you complain, when you complain about others, when you blame others for your situations, you relinquish your authority. You transfer your power. And that's what happened in the Garden of Eden. So God is asking Adam, what really happened? I gave you the authority. What happened? The woman. All right? So the woman temporarily took the authority. What happened, woman? The serpent. Again, the serpent usurped our authority. So every time you complain, every time you transfer authority, you transfer blames. All right? It's you and you who make me do this. You are transferring your authority. But now when you heal from these things, you are going to regain power. Is it making sense? So when you blame everyone else, you give away control. When you examine your own reactions, your own patterns, and your own choices, you take your control back. So we are not asking, are you the drama? to blame you. We're not asking, are you the drama, to pin you on the wall. We are asking you, are you the drama? Or are we asking ourselves, am I the drama, so that I can be able to take back control over my life? Is it making sense? All right. Some of you feel surrounded by difficult people. Some of you feel misunderstood. Some of you feel like you are always defending yourself. Now tonight, you'll ask a bold question. Am I the drama? And I repeat, this is not to shame you. This is not to judge you. This is not to fix you in a particular corner. This is to help you grow. Because the moment you recognize your role in conflict, you gain the ability to change the outcome. Let me say that again. The moment you recognize your role in every conflict, you regain the ability to change the outcome. And I know we all want better, healthy, vibrant, growing relationships. All right? So what does being the drama mean? What does being the drama mean? Being the drama means your behavior adds fuel to the conflict instead of bringing clarity and peace. Your behavior adds fuel to the conflict instead of bringing clarity and peace. You might not start every issue, but your response increases the tension. Let me say that slowly. You might not start every issue, but your reaction increases the tension and worsens the situation. You don't start every issue. You might be a very calm person, but when they come your way, you increase tension, you fuel the conflict. Now, let me give you some pointers that you are the drama. Number one, this is how you know you are the drama. You create conflict unnecessarily. You create conflicts unnecessarily. You raise issues at the wrong time, in the wrong tone. Let me address the women. If you're married or unmarried, allow me to address you. Timing is key. Timing is key. You can raise a good point at the wrong time, and it will create unnecessary conflicts. For example, your husband has just come back from work. They had a tough day. You don't care how they were. You don't care. Maybe they were even retrenched or laid off at work, and you're here nagging and bringing conditions. You first have to understand, what space are they in? Is this the right time for me to air what I need to air? Is it so urgent? All right. What is their perspective concerning the situation? Timing is very important. You might say the right thing at the wrong time and end up in chaos. All right. So you are the conflict if you always raise issues at the wrong time and with the wrong tone. Tone matters. For example, bringing up old mistakes during small disagreements. So you're having a conflict, maybe it's about timing. The guy came in late, or the woman came in late, and then you remind them what they did in 2002. You remind them, this is how you started behaving in 2002. Now you're becoming the drama. You're not solving the issue. Small concerns now turn into large arguments because you keep adding more complaints. All right? If you create conflicts unnecessarily, you are the drama. If you react intensely to small issues, you are the drama. If you react intensely to small issues, you are the drama. Have you ever heard the statement, creating a mountain out of a molehill? Yeah. Small issues become mountainous. All right. A late reply becomes, now you don't care about me. Simply because they did not reply your text on time. You don't care about me. A simple correction becomes, you are attacking me. So are you saying this is what I do? It was a small correction, but now it becomes, you are now attacking me. When your reaction does not match the situation, you are the drama. Strong emotional reactions over minor problems strain relationships over time. Allow me to say that again. Strong emotional reactions over minor problems strain relationships over time. Yes, they did not respond to your text. Pause. Ask yourself, what could they be going through? Could it be that they were busy at work? Could it be that they didn't see? Could it be that they replied? Unajua kuna venye unaweza reply in your mind. Could it be that they replied to you in their mind? There are times that I think I have responded, but really I didn't respond. I get my point. Get to understand their perspective before you conclude. Don't always jump into conclusion. All right. So if you react intensely to small issues, you are the drama. All right. Number 3, if you make everything personal. If everything is personal, you are the drama. Not every action is about you. If someone is quiet, it's personal. They don't want to talk to me. Maybe I hurt them. Maybe they are mad at me. All right. When they are quiet, it's about you. When someone is quiet, you assume they are upset with you. If plans change, you think you're being rejected. So you had planned this Valentine planning, and then plans changed. Maybe the person was called, had some duty calls. Maybe finances refused to finance, and then the plan changed, and then you think you are the problem because everything about you is personal. So if everything about you is personal, you are becoming the drama. Right? You think you're being rejected when things change. This mindset creates tension when none existed. Don't personalize every issue. Don't personalize every issue. Number 4, you need constant validation. I have said repeatedly, no one has the responsibility of keeping you happy. Let me allow that to sink. No human being carries the responsibility of making you happy. That's why I say relationship is not 50-50. You don't bring your 50, I bring my 50 so that you can have 100. No. Don't bring your deficits into the relationship. Make sure you are healed. We asked a question the other day. Are you whole on yourself? Have you healed? Are you comfortable in you? Can you have a sober, solid, good relationship with you? Are you getting the point? Because no human being is there really to keep validating you. No human being is there to keep making you happy. So when you need constant validation, you are the drama. You look for reassurance again and again. You measure your worth by how often someone affirms you. All right? So your partner has to keep validating you. Your partner, I know there is that love language, affirmation. I know that pretty well. In the 5 love languages, there is the love language, affirmation. You love affirmations. But it should not be a drag. Like when you iron my clothes, I must say, oh, you did so well. When you cook food, oh, this is so yummy. When you put everything I must affirm. Really, it's becoming a drag. Right? So when you need constant validation, you are becoming the drama. You look for reassurance again and again. You measure your worth by how often someone affirms you. So when validation drops, conflict rises within. This pressure will exhaust relationship. Let me help you, my brother and sister. You should be comfortable in your own skin. It's not bad to seek validation. It's not bad to receive affirmations from people. But beyond that, who do you say about you? What's your self-concept? What do you think about you? Do you think you're valuable? Do you think you're worthy? Do you feel amazing about yourself? Because even if your love language is affirmation, you should come packaged with some level of self-worth, some level of dignity, some level of self-value. Are you getting the point? You should not be empty and you make it your partner's responsibility to keep fueling you. That's a little unfair. That's unfair. All right? Number 5, you keep turning disagreements into emotional storms. Any disagreement is an emotional storm. Healthy disagreement focuses on the issue. And I remember there's a time, but a while back, we talked about conflict, and there's this conflict we labeled meta conflict. It's a conflict about a conflict. So we were having a conflict, and now we are having a conflict about how we are having a conflict. All right? So number 5, you know you're the drama when you turn disagreements into emotional storms. Healthy disagreements focus on the issue. Drama shifts the focus to emotions, to accusations, and past failures. So if every now and then you're having a conflict with your partner and you do not focus on the issue, you focus on blaming them, you focus on their past, you focus on different issues apart from the conflict. All right? So for example, let me say I'm having a conflict with my wife concerning what? Let's say our child's welfare. Maybe I want her to go to a particular school and she wants her to go to a particular school. And then instead of us focusing on the condition of this school versus condition of this school, the welfare of this school versus, you see now, hapo, if that is our argument, it's a policy conflict, but our issue is on school. Now, if I shift from talking about school and start saying, where tulienda shule gani? You don't know anything about school. Which school did you go? Is it even in the map? Now you see, I have shifted the conflict. It's not now about school. Now I'm attacking the person. Are you getting the point? So if you always turn disagreements into emotional storms, you are the drama. You are the drama. Drama shifts the focus to emotion. When drama shifts the focus to emotions, to accusations, to past failures. A conversation about money becomes a debate about loyalty, respect, and love. For example, you are in a relationship, and I told you, you have, anytime you are in a relationship, money, I tell you, money is such a crucial thing in every relationship. I told you, I saw this sticker on a matatu that says, when love comes through the door. When poverty comes through the door, love escapes through the window. So money is very critical. Money, you have to discuss how do you deal with finances in your relationship. That's a discussion you cannot avoid. All right? Now, a money conversation becomes a debate about loyalty, respect, and love. So, for example, I know your partner asks, hey, babe, I know you earned 250,000, for example, this month. We have only spent 100. How are you saying you don't have money and we have not done everything you were supposed to? Oh, now you're my supervisor. Now you're the one who is, now it shifts. Now I cannot do anything. I'm the man in this house. Hey, listen. Every time you have to remind your wife that you are the man, you have lost it. Let me allow that to sink. Every time you have to keep reminding your wife that you are the husband, you have lost it. See, I don't have to come tell my children that I'm their father. It should be automatic. I don't have to tell my wife that I'm the husband. It should be automatic. So the very fact that I'm trying to enforce this, I've lost it. If you hear a president keep saying, I'm the president of this nation, they've lost it. All right? Sometimes the drama is not loud. You know, sometimes we think drama lazima ikuwe loud. Sometimes the drama is so subtle, the drama is so silent. So kuna kitu watu wanapeanaga inaitwa the silent treatment. Sometimes people give each other silent treatment. You withdraw to punish. And if you are that lady who is withdrawing some conjugals from your husband to punish them, may God have mercy on you. Stop using that thing as a weapon. What's your problem? Haven't you read the Bible that your body does not belong to you? It belongs to your husband. And your husband, the body does not belong to you, it belongs to you. So why are you withdrawing conjugals? You unalala na t-shirt imeandikwa sengenge ni ng'ombe. Simply because mlikosana na mtu jana. Ukimwi huua. What's your problem? Regardless of what you go through with your partner, make sure you resolve it and have some better endings. That's a better way of ending a conflict. Majority of the time, you will look forward for more conflicts because it gets better and better endings. So silent treatment is another way of knowing that you are the drama. So if you are the person who withdraws conjugals because you have had some disagreement with your partner, you are the drama. Let me allow that to sink. Because now you are withdrawing to punish. Instead of expressing hurt, you shut down. The other person feels confused and frustrated. Sikupei mpaka ubehave, sikupei. Who told you that thing is supposed to be a weapon? God have mercy on you. Passive-aggressive comments. Women are good at this. Passive-aggressive. Wanaume wengine wanaunda do wengine. You say something indirect with hidden anger. You say something indirect with hidden anger. I had a woman tell, I don't know whether he was the guy or they were just acting. I really didn't understand. So the man alikuwa mesag longi. So akaambia inua longi. So the woman came and told the guy, yaani wakati wanaume wengine wanaambiwa inue maploti, unaambiwa inue longi. Wakati wanaume wengine wanainua maploti, unainua longi. God have mercy. You say something indirect with hidden anger. You say something, but you know, you use very sarcastic statements. Alright? You use very sharp messages, but you avoid direct. You are not talking directly to the person you are in conflict with. But now when you're serving the kids, there are some statements you're making. You know they're not for your kids. Alright? But they are for your man. Kuleni, sinajua kuna wanaume hata hawajui kuprovide huku. But you're talking to your children. But the message is going to your husband. You are the drama. Passive-aggressive comments. You are the drama. Another sign that you are the drama, you always play victim. Always. You always play victim. You see yourself as the one who is always wrong. You always play victim. You ignore your contribution to the problem. Let me say this. If you have ever been in any relationship and that relationship failed, I've got news for you. There was a contribution from your side. Yes, there was a contribution from your side. Yes, the other party might have brought 90% of the reasons as to why it didn't work. But there was that 10%. So, before you jump into another relationship, pause and ask yourself, my relationship with person X did not work. This was their contribution to our failure. What was my contribution to the failure of that relationship? Now that's maturity. If you always play victim, they always leave me. You see, I'm the good guy. I'm the good girl. They don't like good people. No, you are now playing victim. Ask yourself genuinely. You see, you don't have to tell us, but ask yourself genuinely, what was my contribution to the failure of that relationship. Because I guarantee you, if you look closely, you will understand there is something you did that might have triggered their reaction. All right? Or there is some things you pulled that really contributed somehow to the failure of that relationship. There is something you contributed. Hakuna ile innocent at it failed. Ni yeye. Every time we play victim. And when you are doing family therapy and you meet the wife, you will always say she is the victim until you hear the story from the husband. Until you hear the story from the husband. That's why it's important for you to hear both sides. Hear both sides. It's important for you to listen to the husband. It's important for you to listen to the husband, to the wife. All right? Don't just judge from one person and then carry a sentence. Apana. Even the Bible says a matter can only be established after you have had two witnesses. Are you getting the point? All right? Number 9, constant suspicion. Constant suspicion. You question motives without evidence. So your partner says, hey, I'm not coming home. We've been told we have to stay late, or I'm out of town. Constant suspicion. Yeah. You check phones. Listen. Whatever you're looking for, you will find it. Let me say that slowly. Whatever you're looking for, you will find it. Continue looking. So every day your husband comes from work, you have to check their email, you have to check their messengers, you have to check the WhatsApp, who are you talking to, you have to check the call log. Now you are the supervisor. You are the drama. Whatever you're looking for, you will find it. And my question is, when you find it, what will you do? And what will you do once you find it? Why are you looking for it in the first place? You see, some of these things, I don't understand. It's like me going every day to the VCT to check whether I have HIV. What's your problem, really? Why are you always on their phone? Why are you always on their messages? Why are you always on their emails? Why don't you mind your business? Really? It's a personal phone. It's a personal phone. I'm getting the point. Yes, everybody, I think my phone doesn't have a password. The laptop doesn't have a password. I'm an open book. Check what you want. But the question is, what exactly are you looking for? I know the passwords to my wife's gadgets, but I hardly get there. For what? I don't even use the phone. For what? Why would I get there? And then you start analyzing conversations. You see, whatever you're looking for, you will find. You will find it. I tell you the truth. You will find it. My question to you is, what will you do when you find it? Yes, because you're living with suspicion. You came from a relationship where you are wounded, where there was infidelity. Now you have a good partner, but you don't believe anybody can be this good. Pana, lazima kuna kitu anaficha, lazima kuna makosa. Wewe, you are the drama. Wewe ni mgonjwa. You are sick. Because you believe every person must either be violent. I hear some people say, if he doesn't drink alcohol, if he doesn't beat you, and if he doesn't cheat, something is wrong with them. Some ladies then go to the extremes of saying, kama mwanaume akunywe pombe na hakucheat na demo mwingine na hakuchapi, yeye ni gay. What's your problem? Your mind is corrupted. Renew your mind. Really. They are good people. They are people who have been reformed, transformed by the Lord. Are you getting the point? So when you question everything without motive, you check their phones, you read tones into text messages, you assume betrayal, suspicion will always create distance between you two, and suspicion will always bring fear. Stop looking for those things. I want you to ask yourself these honest questions. Ask yourself, do I escalate situations instead of calming them? If you escalate them, you are the drama. So when tension rises, do you raise your voice, repeat your point, or bring up past issues? Number two, ask yourself, do I listen to understand or to defend myself? Do I listen to understand or to defend myself? If you listen to defend yourself, you are the issue. Next, ask yourself, do I assume the worst about my partner? You see, sometimes the mind is a very powerful tool. The mind of a man is a very powerful tool. Anything you think in the subconscious, you see, it's divided into three. There is the conscious, the subconscious, and there is the unconscious. Any information that lands to the subconscious must and will find manifestation. I tell you the truth. So if you always assume the worst of your partner, I know they're cheating, I know they're cheating, I will find them one day, and that's your predominant thought. All right? Or one day, tutachana, we will divorce. I see, one day we will divorce. I feel it in me. One day we will divorce. I tell you the truth, those will be self-fulfilling prophecies. You see, you don't say what you see, you say what you want to see. When God saw, when he was creating, when he saw darkness hovering over the face of the deep, emptiness, he didn't talk about what he saw. He spoke about what he wanted to see. What do you want to see in your relationship? Is it longevity? Then speak longevity. What do you want to see in your relationship? Is it peace? Then speak peace. And beyond speaking, think peace, think longevity, think prosperity, think productivity. With the same energy you're using to think negative things and suspicious things, that same energy can be turned to think positive things and thus create a positive environment, a vibrant environment for your family. You're always on the negative. You have spies all over to tell you about the whereabouts of your partner. Oh, you are sick. No, let me be honest with you, you are sick. And whatever you're looking for, you'll find it. And my question again, what will you do when you find it? You find a good relationship, oh, ataniacha. They will leave you. They always leave me. That will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. They will leave you. And then you know what you say? I knew. I always know. Because you are creating your future. You see, the Bible tells us, by faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the words of God. So you frame your world with your words. So if your constant words are, I know they're cheating. If your constant and predominant thoughts, I know they will leave me. I know they'll divorce me. I know I'm not worthy. I know. If those are your constant words, they will come to pass. All right? So we speak curses, we speak negative things to our lives, and then you run to your man of God. Please pray for my family. Which family? The pastor doesn't have any power to reverse what you said. No, I'm telling the truth. You see, we are very quick to quote scriptures. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. What about if you are the weapon? It's prospering, it is prospering. Are you getting the point? This is not to condemn you. This is to help you understand how life works. The cosmos is governed by principles. There are principles. If you release a certain vibration, you must allow its equivalent to come into your life. It's true. All right? Do you assume the worst about your partner? If yes, you are the drama. Oh, Eric, you don't know how many times they have hurt me. I pray for your healing. I pray that the Lord will heal you. But if you don't change your predominant thoughts concerning your partner, the worst that you've been thinking will come to pass. Now the other point, do I apologize easily or you justify everything? Oh, there's this bunch of people who never say sorry. They never apologize. Oh, those are sick human beings. You see, my last born is in the kindergarten. One of the things they are taught is to say thank you, I am sorry, excuse me. So if you don't have those three words, where did you school? Thank you, I am sorry, excuse me. You can't say thank you when your wife serves you food. You can't say I am sorry when you have done anything wrong. You cannot say excuse me. Really something is off with you. So do you apologize easily or you justify everything? You see, the problem with justifying everything every time is that your partner now gets tired of raising issues. I won't tell him, because even if I tell him, he won't apologize. He won't own the mistake. And let me talk to my brothers. When you say sorry, it does not reduce the size of your own tree. You can measure before and after. It does not reduce the size. It remains the same. So apologizing or saying excuse me or admitting faults does not reduce manhood. Even to the lady, it does not make you a lesser human being. It's the truth. It is just, you see, in our relationship with God, our self-righteousness is useless. In other words, my behavior does not affect my relationship with God. You're getting the point? In Christ, I find satisfaction and fulfillment. In Christ, the Father finds satisfaction and fulfillment. So God does not relate with me based on my actions. God relates with me based on what Jesus did. Understand this? So in Christ, when we're dealing with God, self-righteousness is useless. We have to approach God with Christ's righteousness, what Christ did for us. But in our relationship with men, self-righteousness is mandatory. Yes. In our relationship, in our horizontal relationships, self-righteousness is mandatory. So you must be a trustworthy person, that's self-righteousness. You must be a truthful man, not like G, but you must be a truthful man. Are you getting the point? You must be having a good personality, approachable, relatable. Are you getting the point? So in our vertical relationship, self-righteousness counts nothing. But in our horizontal relationship, oh, it matters. Are you getting the point? So it is, I don't say you are under the grace, so you're going to behave the way you want to behave. No, I'm under grace. You don't tell me what to do. I'm not under the law. Yes, in your relationship with Christ. But in your relationship with men, self-righteousness is very important. Alright? Do conflicts always end up being about my feelings only? If yes, you are the drama. Do conflicts end up being about your feelings only? If yes, you're the drama. Now let me answer these questions very brief before we get to a conclusion. Why do we create drama? Why do we create drama? And then we ask ourselves, how can we stop being the drama? Is it okay? Now, drama often starts inside before it shows up in your relationships. If you understand the drivers, you gain control over your responses. Number one reason as to why we create drama is unhealed wounds. Your pain shapes your present reactions. If you experience rejection, betrayal, neglect, or harsh criticism in the past, your mind stays alert for familiar threats. Alright? For example, if someone ignores your message for a few hours and you feel immediate rejection, the intensity of that feeling is likely connected to an earlier experience, your rejection. So the current event is very small, but the emotional memory behind it is quite large. Are you getting the point? Unhealed wounds cause you to react to history instead of reality. Wow, let me say that again. Unhealed wounds cause you to react to history instead of the current reality. So you have a past wound, yeah, abandonment, a rejection, a betrayal. Now, when there is a current thread, you don't react to the current reality. You react to the past. You getting the point? So you respond to what happened years ago, not what is happening now. Do you see how conflicting that is? Because you will react to the reality, to the current, on the intensity you feel before. I said something about the mind. I said that we have the conscious, we have the subconscious, and we have the unconscious. The conscious mind is trained by the five senses, all right? The subconscious is whatever predominant thought is accepted as true for a long time. In the conscious mind, it sublimes into the unconscious. Now the unconscious, the subconscious. So the subconscious is the god of the mind. Whatever is accepted as true in the subconscious must and will find fulfillment. But now there's this bit here, unconscious. Now in the unconscious mind, that is where you have the traumatic feelings, the painful memories, the things you don't ever want to talk about. Are you getting the point? You know, you went through a rough patch, and all those emotions and feelings, you hid them in a compartment, yeah, unconscious memory. So you are living a very normal life, you're living a very good life until life shakes and brings what is in the unconscious to the conscious realm, and then you overreact. Are you getting the point? That's why therapy is important, because the work of the therapist, especially the psychoanalytic, the psychotherapy, they help you bring the unconscious, the painful memories into the conscious realm, so that they don't help you, they don't come to surface, they don't resurface when you don't need them, because you can overreact over a particular issue and lose a relationship, lose a job, discredit yourself. Are you getting the point? That is why if you have a very painful past, I advise look for a therapist. Are you getting the point? Is it clear? So unhealed wounds cause you to react to history instead of reality. Number two, the need for control. The need for control. Identity lies. There are three identity lies. I'm always important when I'm in control. That's the lie of control. The lie of people pleasing. When I have very many people around me, I'm important. Are you getting the point? So when you're talking about the need for control, you create tension when you try to control people, timing, outcomes, or perceptions. Control shows up in subtle ways. You want people to respond quickly. You want conversations to go your way. Because you have this identity lie, the lie of control. You want others to behave according to your expectations. Yeah? When they don't, frustration rises. And I have come to understand, majority of the time we are offended because we want people to react the way we would react under the normal conditions. So if they don't react the way we will react, we are offended. Right? But we are not the same. We are not wired the same. Our manners are not the same. Our personalities are different. So allow people to react the way they want to react. Are you getting the point? Let's not be controlling. Control often comes from fear. Fear of being embarrassed. That's why you have the identity lie, the lie of control. The fear, control always comes from fear. Fear of being embarrassed, fear of being rejected, fear of things falling apart. The problem is this: you control your choices, not other people's behavior. You don't control how people respond. You control how you don't control how other people react, but you can control your response to their reactions. When you try to manage what is outside your control, conflict will always increase. So one of the reasons as to why we create drama is the identity lie, their control. And I have shown you it is from fear. Number two, why we create drama is because we have unhealed wounds. We have things we are dealing with. All right. Number three, we seeking attention and validation. Again, it's a deficit. It's a deficit in a man. Some people feel important when others react strongly to them. Even negative attention feels better than no attention. You find somebody who say, my husband doesn't love me. Why? They don't beat me. Why? Because their definition of love, they saw their father beat their mom, and then the two hold hands and they go to the market. So the definition of love is beating or shouting or confrontation. I remember there's a time I went with a brother in ministry for soul winning, and then we found these two prostitutes. And then we bought them lunch, we preached Christ to them, they got born again, we were good to them, and then along the way they were saying, show us violence, show us violence. We want violence. Why? Because their psychology had been damaged. They knew people must show them violence to prove that they love them. You getting the point? So there are women who wants to be beaten by their husbands so that they can know that they are loved. What you need is to re-educate yourself. You need to re-educate yourself. No, violence does not equate to love. All right? So if someone chases you after argument, argues back, or pleads for peace, you may feel wanted. Over time, drama becomes a pattern because conflict guarantees engagement. Right? Number 4, poor boundaries. Why do we create drama? Poor boundaries. When you say yes, but you mean no. You see, even the Bible tells me, let your yes be yes and your no be no. You agree to things you do not want to. You tolerate behaviors that bothers you. You stay silent to avoid conflict. Later, the frustration explodes. What could have been calm conversation becomes an emotional reaction. Clear boundaries prevent drama. Unspoken expectations create it. If you don't agree with anything, please let it be known that I don't agree with that. Practice direct language. Like, I am not comfortable with that. I need more notice. I cannot commit to this. You make clear statements to reduce larger conflict later. Don't just say yes. Yes, it's okay. No problem. Yeah. And then you are offended when they do what you said. It's okay. No problem. Let it be very clear. I don't love this. I don't love this. I don't love this. This is okay. Is it making sense? Yeah. Be very clear in your communication, especially with your partner. Even in your workplace, be very clear. Be very clear with the boundaries. All right? How do we stop drama? How do we stop drama? Finally, healing begins when you change your response. Relationships improve when at least one person chooses maturity over emotion. These tools will move you from chaos to stability. Number 1, practice emotional regulation. How do I stop drama? Practice emotional regulation. When you feel triggered, pause and identify the emotion you are feeling. For example, say it might be, I feel rejected. Now, I'm doing emotional regulation. I feel insecure. Why am I overreacting over text? I feel rejected. Why am I angry? I feel insecure. I feel afraid. I feel embarrassed. I feel disrespected. Do not say, you made me feel. No. Focus on the internal state. I feel. Alright? Because see, if I was not able to respond to your text, now where will you on a rejection? I did not make you feel. No. You felt. Because probably you are reacting to a childhood issue. Getting the point? That's why it's important for you to personalize it. I feel disrespected. I feel insecure. I feel embarrassed. I feel angry. Not you made me feel apana. Neuroscience research shows that when you label an emotion, the activity in the amygdala, the brain threat center decreases. All right, let me say that again. Neuroscience research shows that when you label an emotion, the activity in the amygdala, the brain threat center, the reaction decreases. At the same time, the prefrontal cortex, which handles reasoning and decision making, becomes more active. So when I label an emotion, I start reasoning, right? I reduce the emotionalism and I start reasoning. Is it making sense? So in simple terms, naming the feeling helps your brain shift from survival mode to thinking mode. Because now when your brain shifts to the survival mode, you're emotional. You are everything, you overreact. But when it shifts to thinking mode, now you are rational. The prefrontal cortex has taken charge. Now you can reason things out. So when you skip this point, your body reacts fast. The heart rate rises, voice tightens, words become sharp. You speak from emotion, not intention. Alright? So how do you apply this for the first time? Pause for a few seconds. Ask, what am I feeling right now? I feel embarrassed. Choose one clear word. Breathe slowly before speaking. Is it making sense? Yes. Breathe slowly before speaking. Number 2, how do we stop drama? How do we stop drama? Number 2, seek healing from emotional wounds. It's very important. Seek healing from emotional wounds. Very important. If you react strongly to small issues, look beneath the surface. The behavior is visible, but the root often sits in past pain. Unhealed wounds appear in patterns. You overreact to minor changes in tone. You become defensive when corrected. You feel jealous without clear evidence. You fear abandonment when someone needs space. Pain trains your nervous system to stay alert. This is the problem. Emotional wounds, they train your nervous system to always be on the look. If you experience rejection, neglect, betrayal, or harsh criticism, your mind scans for familiar danger. Even neutral situations are always threatening to you. Now, healing requires intention. Pain does not fade because time passes, is a lie. If you don't do anything to that pain, the statement at time is a healer is a lie. You have to be very intentional. You must face the pain, you must name it, you must process it, and you must overcome it. Ask yourself, what does this situation remind me of? Where have I left this before? Where have I felt this before? Next, take responsibility for your growth. Your partner did not cause your childhood wounds, please. Your partner did not cause your childhood wounds or your past relationship trauma. Stop punishing them. They may trigger them, but they did not create them. So if you expect someone else to fix what they did not break, pressure will build, conflict will increase, and it's honestly not fair. You see, Christians, we need to get to a point where we understand that therapy is not a lack of faith. The people who think when they go to seek healing, emotional healing, mental healing, is a lack of faith. No. Those psychologists, those therapists were given the knowledge by God. They are doing that with the wisdom of God. Are you getting the point? So if you are in a bad space, go look for a psychologist. Number 3, work on your personal development. Emotional wounds often leave internal messages that shape how you see yourself and others. You might think I'm not enough. People always leave me. I cannot trust anyone. But I need you to do this. You need to reevaluate those words. And you need to start speaking positively about your life. It really does not matter what the devil thinks about you. It does not matter what God thinks about you. It does not matter what your spouse thinks about you. It always matters what you think about yourself. Number 4, own your mistakes quickly. Pride prolongs conflict. Responsibility shortens it. Own it. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Own it. Pride prolongs conflicts. Responsibilities shorten it. If you're wrong, say directly. I overreacted. I'm sorry. I spoke harshly. I apologize. I misunderstood you. Forgive me for that. Do not add excuses or do not shift blame. Have you ever heard people who This is how they apologize. Okay, if I'm wrong, then I'm sorry. If I offended you, don't do that. Own it in a mature way. A sincere apology reduces tension fast because it removes the fight for who is right. In many relationships, arguments continue not because of the issue, but because neither person feels heard or acknowledged. Let me say that again. In many relationships, arguments continue because of the not because of the issue, but because neither person feels heard or acknowledged. All right? So ownership restores connection. Number 5, stop recruiting an audience. Stop recruiting an audience. When conflict arises, the temptation to call a friend, post online, or gather support is high. When you have an issue with your partner, stop calling us. Stop posting on Facebook or on your WhatsApp. No, seek solutions. Because that may feel validating, but it deepens the division. If you have an issue with someone, speak to them first. Private correction protects dignity. Public exposure damages trust. Healthy relationships grow through direct conversation, not side conversations. So you have a tiff with your partner and you have called their in-laws. Now what is your problem? You have a tiff with your partners and you have called their people at work. No. Solve it. Try and solve it personally. This is your relationship. All right. Number 6, strengthen boundaries. Be assertive. If your yes is yes, let it be yes. If your no, be no. Resentment grows when you agree to things that you don't want. You say yes to avoid tensions, and later anger builds and surfaces in unrelented arguments. Clear boundaries prevent emotional buildup. Say no when you mean to say no. Express limits early. Communicate expectations early. Boundaries do not push people away. They define what is healthy. And finally on this, practice patience and self-control. What does the Bible say? Proverbs 29:11. A fool gives full vent to anger. It's only a fool who says all that is in their heart. Don't be a fool. Drama escalates when you react immediately out of anger and frustration. A wise person does what? You pause before responding to someone who triggers you. What else do? Take deep breaths and count 1 to 10 to reduce emotional intensity. What else do? Focus on the outcome you want, not the urge to be right. Focus on the outcome you want, not the urge to be right. Respond from clarity, not from impulse. Developing patience and self-control will reduce overreaction, stop arguments from growing, and allow relationships to stay calm and constructive. All right? So in conclusion, brothers and sisters, drama and conflicts do not define your relationships or your life. Recognizing your patterns, taking responsibility for your emotions, and healing past wounds may give you the power you need to change. So when you slow down, speak clearly, set boundaries, and practice patience, you create space for understanding, for trust, and for connection. Every step you take towards self-awareness will bring calmer, healthier interaction. Change is possible. Healing is possible. Your past does not have to control your present. With consistent effort, your relationships can grow stronger, your emotions can settle, and peace can become your new normal. That is my prayer for your relationships. May God heal them. May God heal you. May you have healthy, vibrant relationships so that we can have generations that are respecting the institution of marriage. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord bless you. And may his countenance shine upon you. I love you with the love of Christ. If you feel led to be a blessing, the giving details are on your screen. But until next time, let's keep walking by faith and let's keep loving and respecting one another. Shalom.